Hi, what is good? What is tea? I am back after recovering from such a sad, traumatic, upsetting day. The day is known as Valentine's Day. Do you want to know what I was doing during Valentine's Day? This. Actually, I am joking. For Valentine's Day, what I did was I watched a bunch of vlogs of married couples on YouTube. Yes, I was watching a bunch of beautiful vlogs that have brought me to tears. I was literally crying because of the happiness that I had for other people. And honestly, for the first time, I did take Valentine's Day a lot better. I think it's because I'm growing a little bit. Kind of wasn't upset because I just thought to myself, I'm like, listen, I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should go ahead and unblock the people that I have unblocked. But I'm like, why would I want to be with someone, even though I really didn't like that person or I knew that person didn't like me? Maybe to be with someone just because to say, hey, I am worthy enough. I am being validated by someone. Like, someone is literally taking me out on Valentine's Day because I am not a pathetic loser. So I was literally going to unblock people the day before just to try to prove to myself that I'm worthy of love. But then I was like, you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, listen, there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. There's a possibility that in the future I'm going to have amazing, wonderful Valentine's Days. Like, I'm going to be completely spoiled by my future soulmate, my future SP or boyfriend or even friend. So, or even myself. I might even spoil myself in a crazy, grand way. So I'm not gonna trip too much about the fact that I don't have a Valentine's Day because I feel like in the future, basically, I'm gonna have a guy who's gonna treat me like how Kanye treated Kim Kardashian in the early days. And by that, I just mean like the spoiling, with the, amazing freaking roses and everything. But yes, today's video, I'm going to be talking about why it's okay not to have a boyfriend, and here are the reasons why having a boyfriend is pretty good. And I thought at first I was going to be really petty and I'm going to be like, why not having a boyfriend is actually better than being in a freaking relationship because yada yada. Number one, I will say the negative part. You will be able to work on yourself, to figure out who you are. Okay, this time, not being in a relationship, take this time that you have of not being in a relationship, not being condemned to someone, take it to work on yourself. Take it to learn more about yourself. You could work on your career, you could work on your goals. Me personally, for my next relationship, it would be fun to see how far I've come along when it comes to balancing myself, my career, and also love. Like in the past, it has been a challenge for me, but I was still able to graduate, make it through. But I'm not gonna lie, it was still a little challenging working on my career and also working on a relationship. If you're single, you won't have to deal with that challenge. You could just focus on getting that money. Focus on getting the bag. For me, there's a lot of trauma that I need to work on before I get into a relationship so that I could be sane while I'm in a relationship. So this time I get to work on my trauma and not have to affect anyone negatively because I'm, healing. We shouldn't even rush into relationships because when you rush into a relationship, you might end up with someone who doesn't share the same personal values that you do. If I look back at the past relationships that I had to go through before I started healing myself, before I started tapping into my femininity, I could say a bunch of bad stuff about, oh, well, at least you're not going to have someone who's controlling you. At least you're not going to have someone who's manipulating you. At least you're not going to have someone who's cheating on you. At least you're not going to be going to sleep. Not even going to sleep. All you're doing is crying and throwing up because your person is over here cheating on you. You feel me? You feel me? But I'm looking at it from a positive perspective, as in, next relationship is going to be extremely healthy. Well, I could say at least you'll cherish the time that you had to yourself. Like, you know how when you're single, all you can do is look at people who are in relationships, kind of envy them in a way? People who are in relationships, sometimes they tend to look at single people and envy that. So I just feel like being content with where you are in life right now is the best way to go, because sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side until it is. You know, you're an individual. You do not need somebody else to go ahead and make you feel like you're not. Okay? You do not need to find your other half, bitch. You are a hoe. And that's all that I have for today.